Round 5 of the FIM Supermoto S1GP World Championship and S2 European Championship takes place in Viena in Spain. Situated in the east of the country to the northwest of Alicante, it's the first time this two-wheel discipline has taken place here. But the big news is that the S1GP World Championship leader Manu Hermanen will not line up after suffering a back injury whilst training on his motocross bike. So, Thomas Scherer will be looking to capitalise on the Finn's misfortune. And in S2, Mark Rainer Schmidt could be crowned European champion for the first time if all goes to plan. As the riders head down the start straight, immediately they hit the first chicane, a right-left combination followed by a long left sweeping turn. And as soon as that straightens up, the riders head right into the off-road part of the circuit. Off a step down into the bottom. You can see how hard and loose it is here at this Viena circuit. A left jumping up onto the plateau, a short straight into another left. Easy on the throttle through there, and then slightly downhill into this next right-hander, utilising the bank if you have to. Up onto a plateau, then over a tabletop jump, then the riders head back out onto the asphalt section. Through this very tight left, 180 degrees, even tighter is this right turn here. But then they get back onto the fat part of the tyre, drift out to the curb, swing through the right, then the left, through the right again, and then through this very, very long left, kissing 4 curbs through this particular part of the circuit, through the chicane, and then continuing over on the back side of the circuit, through the curb there, through there, and then here. Look at how many times we're kissing curbs through here. Long left-hander, a right-left chicane, down the start-finish straight to complete the lap here at Viena. After leading for all 15 laps in race 1, Mark Rainer Schmidt secured his first S2 European Championship title with a round and a race remaining. Home rider David Jimenez whipped the crowd into a frenzy by finishing in second, but his best finish of the season by far, with Fabrizio Bartolini coming home in third. Lights went out then, Schmidt on pole, but makes a mess at the start, does the new European champion. Peter Vorlacek though with the whole shot, Bartolini second, Mattia Martella third, Schmidt there in fourth, just nipping through on the inside at the first opportunity. Dropping downhill. There's your race leader, Vorlacek. Bartolini the 1:10 second, Martella third. Schmidt with the red plate, 41 is fourth. David Jimenez once up there again in 5th position. And Schmidt down the inside of Martella goes third, so wasting no time getting to the front. Back with our leaders up. Peter Vorlacek, Fabrizio Bartolini getting ready to come down the home straight for the first time. Schmidt now in second place. So Schmidt wasting no time going past Bartolini as they head down into the off-road part once more. Quite a technical off-road section here in Spain this weekend. See where he's making up the time, can't you? Schmidt using different lines to the guys ahead of him, not afraid to take those kind of risks. Vorlacek, the former European champion, has the new European champion behind him as they worm their way through the infield section. And Rainer Schmidt, does he sense an opportunity? Not quite at the end of the start straight. He'll chase him just a little while longer. Vorlacek doing a great job here. We're on lap 3. These two just starting to pull clear of Bartolini there in the background, but certainly looking impatient. And at the inside, well, he just ran a little bit too wide, did Vorlacek, and Schmidt straight through and into the lead, as we see from our onboard camera there on Voracek's bike. So, heading down the straight then, Schmidt now leads, Voracek second, Bartolini third, Mattia Martella is in fourth place. And no change over through here as well. Those first four riders now starting to get the guys in fifth. But what a performance, what a year this kid's had here. Mark Rayner-Schmidt won all but one race. Tony Clem, the only other guy to beat him this year. He's out with a knee injury, but a little bit further down the order, Matthew Ford Dunn down in 16th on the number 90 machine. Back with our leaders though. And Schmidt starting to pull clear of the yellow of Voracek, the red of Bartolini. Nice little battle going on here. David Jimenez, he's in fifth place. Under pressure though from the 68 of Diego Monticelli. And Lorenzo Lupini. Lupini sneaks up the inside after a mistake there. Forces Jimenez wide. Ah, and then he goes down. So Lupini falls back down to 8th because the 200 of Giovanni Busai goes through in his hastiness to try and get himself back up again. But Mark Rayner-Schmidt almost winning every single race of the year, bar that one. Say Tony Clem, the only other guy to pip him this year. Next round, of course, for S1GP goes to... Oh, look at that for a manoeuvre. Didn't quite work out from Busai. Final round will be in Austria. But already securing enough points has Mark Rayner-Schmidt. And once again on his way to victory here, this time in Baena in Spain. Out of the final turn then, Mark Rayner-Schmidt wins race 2. Voracek will come home in second, Bartolini in third. And it's another good day at the office for Schmidt. Overall results then, Mark Rayner-Schmidt, Voracek and Bartolini, your top 3. David Jimenez just off the box in 4th. And your podium then looks like this. 3rd for Fabrizio Bartolini, 2nd for Peter Voracek, and your winner, Mark Rayner-Schmidt. Normally it would be a red plate for leading the championship, but this time it's gold, as he is the European champion.
Very happy for me, for my team, for my family. I finished the European Championship here in Spain. It's very hard, I'm so happy. I will say special thanks to my team, my family, my supporters and all. It's a very nice weekend for me. In all sessions I'm in front and win the European champion, and I'm so happy. Woo!
Quick look at the European standings then. Mark Rayner-Schmidt uncatchable now. Bartolini 2nd, Monticelli 3rd, Clem 4th, but it's very, very tight for 2nd and 3rd places.
Last year I was riding the European Championship. I had some good results. This season I ride for Tuning Motorsport team. It is a Czech team. The owner is Peter Svorlicek dad. The whole family of Svorlicek takes care of me, so I really have to say thanks to them. This season doesn't go well so far because I had some problems in school. On the beginning of the season I had the graduation, so I couldn't focus for riding so much. Now everything is done, so I can focus for riding, and I hope I get better results at the rest of the season. So this year we completely changed the bike. Last year I had a TM. This year I go with Honda. For now it feels quite comfortable and the riding is nice, and the power of the engine seems to me to be quite similar. Only the biggest change is in the off-road part, because with the Honda bike I feel much better in the off-road.
Thomas Scherer starts from pole for the second time this season and has one thing on his mind: to take over the championship lead in the absence of series leader Manu Homanen, who sustained a lower back injury whilst training on his motocross bike. The Finn will miss the rest of the season as a result. Start of S1GP Race 1, and Lucas Holbacher with the whole shot. Thomas Scherer, number 4, second. Kmar Lazzarini fighting over third and fourth place as they head through the off-road part for the first time. Not a great start for Devon Vermeulen, but there's Thomas Scherer emerging already. Holbacher second, Kmar third, fourth for Lazzarini, fifth Christian Ravaglia there, number 8. Back onto the asphalt though. Holbacher making a great start. He's in second place, trying to find a way around Thomas Scherer, who is looking to take over the championship lead, remember, this weekend. Pavel Kmar looking a little bit desperate as well to try and find his way past the number 72 as they head back into the off-road then. And Holbacher coming into the turn, loses a front, tries to keep it up, goes down. Kmar runs into the back of him. Lazzarini goes around him. So Kmar then now in second, Lazzarini third. Ravaglia is in fourth. As we go back to Devon Vermeulen, he's in 7th place, trying to find his way past Asiri Kingelin, just ahead of him, and squeezes down the inside of the number 11. So Vermeulen then gets himself up into 6th place. Asiri Kingelin there, number 11, just behind him now in 7th position. Max Verderosa just ahead of him in 5th, riding the 113 in the black helmet, coming into the first chicane. Vermeulen stalls his engine and loses that 5th place. But Holbacher on the charge. Verderosa ahead of Holbacher. So these guys now in 5th and 6th. Holbacher in white all over the back of the Italian, and has found a way through over on the far side of the circuit. So Holbacher now 5th, Verderosa 6th, Kingelin just splashing through there in 7th place. Up on the pegs there for Holbacher, number 72 on the Husqvarna. Here's Ravaglia though. He's in 4th, having the best ride of the year so far on that Supermoto Honda. Holbacher having a great ride going through there. There's Verderosa. Thomas Scherer, neatly done, using the bank just to change the angle of the turn, maintain a little bit of traction through there as well. On board Vermeulen, finding his way up the inside of Monticelli, makes the pass, moves himself into 10th. So Vermeulen then trying to rectify that mistake where he stalled the bike a little earlier on in the race. No problems for Scherer. Continues to lead by a country mile. Battle behind him though, involving Lucas Holbacher and Ravaglia. Holbacher now going through into 4th place. Ravaglia number 8 being pushed back down to 5th. So Holbacher, what a storming ride he's had. Starting to pull clear now of the Italian. Hot conditions here, 34 degrees. But 72, Holbacher, he doesn't care about that. Just wants to push on. See if he can get onto the top 3. See the distance he's put in between himself there and the number 8 of Ravaglia. Ravaglia looking smooth though. Back again with Holbacher. Comes into the turn, loses the front, loses the back, and goes down. Will he be able to pick himself up in time? Well, Ravaglia sneaks through and regains 4th place. So all that hard work then. Here's Kmar. Kmar having a lonely ride in second. So too Thomas Chouret on the final lap here. This battle for fourth still starts to intrigue on this off-road section. Ravaglia, will he hang on? Well, Chouret takes a win here. And with that, he will take the championship lead by 1 point. Confirmation then of the race result. Chouret wins then, Kmar second, Lazzarini third. Ravaglia did hang on to fourth ahead of Holbach, who came home fifth.
New team manager, I'm starting working in a Supermoto team in 2013. We have to say thanks to all the sponsors that they give us the possibility to work in a highway. Alfredo Bevilacqua, that is the owner team. Without his background, would be impossible for us be in a good position as a team. Our rider, Bartolini and Ravaglia, this is the third year they are working with us, and they did a really good job with them. This is our bike. To the good job we did in 2014, we decided to take all the information, the good information, and to grow up this information. 2005 for Supermoto is a really important year because at the end of 2014 we decided to start our career in S1GP. I have to say that Alfredo Bevilacqua and all the team did a really good job.
My season started well enough, but I crashed in the Italian National Championship and hurt my shoulder. This compromised my results because I had to struggle a little bit. But anyway, I did my best. I lost some positions in the championship, but my goal was to finish in the top 5, and right now I'm just a little bit far from there. But I'll do my best in the last 3 GPs to move up in the standings. Recently we made some changes to the bike, in particular to the motor. We've been able to test at home and the results on the track were good, so I'm feeling confident.
Adesso vediamo questo weekend qui come riusciamo ad andare, però sono abbastanza fiducioso e cerchiamo di fare un buon risultato.
Lights go out, S1GP race 2, charging down into the first turn. Once again, it's Lucas Holbacher. Kmar right with him in second, but battling over third and fourth. It's Chouret who dives across the number 30 of Lazzarini. On board with Lazzarini, just behind Thomas Chouret, so he's in fourth place then. See how tight it is down there in the off-road section. The sun bearing down on the circuit and on the riders. Mid-30s, remember, it's hot out here today. Over the tabletop, back into the asphalt, no change, but Kmar having a sneaky look up the inside to see if he can take away the lead from Holbacher. Holbacher rode an excellent race in Moto number 1. Just the second mistake though, costing him. Chouret now up in the second, going after Holbacher. Kmar not happy about that, being pushed back into third. Lazzarini, he's in fourth, he's got the best seat in the house as the riders charge down into the off-road section. Oh, and are coming together there. Kmar looked to go down the inside of Thomas Chouret, pushes him wide, takes them both down. So Chouret remounts in 6 as Holbacher wonders where they've gone. Took a quick look to his right as he came over the tabletop jump. So it's all changed then. There's Chouret still trying to bang that clutch lever down. He's in 6th place. So Chouret then just going past Piedrahita Ocampo. And he's on the charge. Going after Monticelli now. Found his way past Monticelli, number 90. He's got the number 8 of Ravaglia in his sights. There's Kmar going through. There's Piedrahita Ocampo. But Lazzarini He's in second. Vermeulen in third. Scherer fourth. Ravaglia fifth. So an epic charge through the field for the number 4 of Scherer. Vermeulen, he won't make it easy for the number 4 of Thomas Scherer. But the way that Scherer is riding, you just can't count him out. And he's found a way through already. So he's obviously got a very interesting line over on the far side of the circuit. Has Scherer, but there's Holbacher. He's leading the way. Battle for second though. How far is Lazzarini ahead of Scherer? Well, you just saw in the background, Scherer starting to close in now on the number 30. The Italian, Ivan Lazzarini, and he's all over the back of him through here. And we're around about the halfway stage in the race. Two giants of S1GP, Lazzarini and Thomas Scherer, going at it here. Battle for fourth place, Vermeulen and Ravaglia. So Ravaglia closing in on the 188 of Devon Vermeulen. Having an excellent weekend is Ravaglia here in Spain, number 8. Vermeulen doing his best to hold off the Honda rider behind him, and he's through just before they come back onto the start-finish straight. Back with your leader though, Lucas Holbacher. Here's Lazzarini, and Scherer still not able to find a way through. So has he finally met his match here? Thomas Scherer looking to make a move down the inside here, but has to back it out. And and a mistake there from Lazzarini. He runs wide. On board, great images there from Lazzarini, as Scherer just shot right across the front as they enter the dirt section. So Scherer is now back up into second. Lazzarini is third. But Holbacher, what a ride from him. 72 on the bike. Been able to cruise this second half of this race, knowing that Thomas Scherer having to pull through traffic opened up a good margin, but you see as we enter the penultimate lap here into the final lap, Holbacher has a massive margin now. He can afford to back it off and still bring it home. Back into the off-road section. Made a mistake here in race 1, remember? No problems there, but the flag goes out. Holbacher wins race 2. And Scherer crosses the line in second. An acknowledgement to his team, but he knows he couldn't have done any more than that given the circumstances. Great performance though from Thomas Scherer, bringing it home second behind Holbacher. Lazzarini was third, Ravaglia fourth, Devon Vermeulen was fifth. In terms of the overall though, it was an overall victory for Thomas Scherer. Lucas Holbacher second, Lazzarini third, Ravaglia fourth, and Pavel Kamar fifth overall here at Vienna. Podium time then here. And third overall for Ivan Lazzarini. The Honda rider, appreciative of the fans here. First time we've been here, remember. Second overall for Lucas Holbacher. He'll be pleased that he's managed to take that race win away from Thomas Scherer, the overall winner on the TM. And Thomas Scherer, of course, after winning race 1, took over the championship lead. He extended it further as well, so he will take the red plate home with him. Here's the new championship leader. He'll enjoy his time on the podium, that's for sure.
Yeah, a good weekend for me. In first moto was perfect, but in second moto I don't take a good start. I start third and I pass immediately Pavel in the first lap. And after I push me on the first section and we crash. So I push hard for comeback. I finish second in the second moto, so I'm very happy. I take the leadership. For sure, not today, but it's okay. It's like this, and this victory is for him. I wish him a good recovery.
Nice of him to acknowledge Manu Hermanen not being here, but he does lead the championship though, Thomas Scherer. Lazzarini is now up to second. Hermanen drops to third. Holbacher and Kmart rounding out the top 5. And in the manufacturers' standings, TM 47 points clear of Honda. That's almost 2 motos clear now. Husqvarna third, KTM, Suzuki, Yamaha rounding it out there in 6th. Well, that's all we've got time for from Vienna. Join us next time when S1 goes to Colombia for round 6. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.